Hey everyone, how's it going, Gamer Dad here. Today we're going to be looking at SnowRunner. Great game that they just released a new expansion lately. It's Wisconsin. We won't be going there. We're in the Yukon today because that's where I like to be, is in Canada. And it's just a great game. We're going to go over some of the trucks that I'm using for this map. We're going to go over how I set the trucks up, where I set them up, and how I do my switch outs, and some of my favorites that I use pretty regularly. So yeah, let's get into it, Now, let's start out with this little truck here. I tried so hard to like it. I took it out, I put a little box on it here, and I thought, hey, this is going to be a good little runaround vehicle that I can go up the mountains with and go up the little trails and maybe even take a skid of load with me. And no, that wasn't the case. This was my first experience with it. As you can see, did not go well. Next experience, yet again, did not go well. Next experience again, same spot. After I've loaded it up with the crane again. Tried to go up again. Didn't work out again. Tried again and again and again. Got the crane out again. Lifting this little guy up again. Putting her back in place. And you'll see again that it's just not gonna work out. So I would suggest not using these little trucks for much at all, because they are basically useless. You only get one skid in them, first off, so like really what's the point in that? Second off, they're so unstable that you can't do anything. Like you can't even go along a riverbed without flipping it over, as you see there. So that's another big waste of time. Then on top of that, it's just unbelievably, here we are again trying to pull it back out. Like I tried so hard with this truck to make it work because I thought it was going to be cool. I thought it was going to be good, but it is not good at all. So moving on from that, we are going to a Russian vehicle. Unbelievably Russian all the time. Russians make the best vehicles out there, period. In this game, they got all the swampers for sure. The swampers are the best from Russia because they got the 8 wheels. Like you can see, this one's got 6 wheels, all-wheel drive, and you can lock up the differentials on almost every Russian vehicle, which is a must for sure. And you'll see this thing just chews it up. Like it just chews it up going up hills, pulling trailers, scouting. Like anything you want to do with this vehicle, it's going to do it. There are some tactics I use when using this vehicle, and little ones like this is if I ever get stuck in the mud, I can disconnect the trailer, drive the truck ahead, and then you hook the winch up, and then you just winch the trailer through. Usually put your parking brake on and keep your wheels spinning forward, and then you winch onto the trailer and just winch that trailer along behind you. And no one ever says you have to have the trailer connected to the truck at all times, huh? So I find this a really good way to get through pretty sticky spots that the truck just doesn't have enough power to get through with the trailer connected. So you just do like a little leapfrog. You just disconnect the trailer, drive ahead a little bit, connect the winch, and then suck the trailer up. Drive the truck ahead, suck the trailer up. Simple as that, boys. Just get her done. Another one of the trucks that I really like is the large triple axle trucks, because you can get a bed box on them with a crane and becomes very utilitarian. Good rescue vehicles. You can go out with this and pick up a couple loads of bricks or consumables or whatever you need, and you got her made. This right here was a little mess up with one of my favorite trucks in the game, the Twin Steer. I really do like this truck. It does take a little bit of skill to drive it because it is a little tipsy when you got a load on top of it. But I still really enjoy it because I used to actually build these trucks. And I worked on them as a welder, and I actually worked at a shop that designed this type of truck specifically. It was actually really cool to see it in game because I had worked on them before. And yeah, that happens sometimes. But yet again, suck that winch up, flip her back over, and we got her made. No troubles. I definitely like using these trucks for tankers. And like I said, little runarounds. So see, I can load a truck into the back of a truck. And this is one we got to deliver to somebody's house, I believe. But way easier than dragging it through the forest. And there we go, we got her made. I think I had to lift it off here. I'm pretty sure we did. But as soon as I hook the crane onto it, it won't actually accept it on the back of the truck, but as soon as you hook the crane onto it, she disappears. So, very nice trucks. This was me wanting to do the front cover. But as you can see, you can't even get it on forward. So I don't know how they did it. They must have backed it into a ditch or something, because you know, I've done that before. Back something into a ditch, load up your quad. I eventually did figure it out. It's not exactly like the picture, but I got her on there. And really I just wanted to take her across the map without driving 2 trucks across the map. So very cool that they got this working. I remember when the game first came out, the trucks would sometimes have troubles falling through trailers and beds and stuff like that. But they put a lot of hard work into it, and it's actually really good now. They have all of those issues worked out. I haven't had any issues loading from one truck into another truck. All those bugs are basically done. So this is just another one of my favorite trucks. It's an 8x8, one of the Russian vehicles again, of course. Very good for just about everything. As you can see, crawling up a mountain doing the switchbacks. Handles it like nothing. Very, very good. So that just brings me back to I would spend my money on the Russian vehicles, the 8x8s, the big Kolobs. I have basically all of those. I've sold off all my smaller trucks for those big ones, because on the Yukon map you can actually get a supersized trailer, the 8-spacer one, from one end of the map to the other. You got to swap out vehicles as you do it. And here you go. You see I use a Kolob usually in the muddy sections and through the waterways and stuff like that, because they just demolish those things with anything. And then I switch over to the big P16 and the chain tires vehicles for the other half of the map going up the icy roadways. And this right here is just me. When you go to the cement plant in the Yukon, you can't really get the 8x8 trailer turned around, so you actually have to disconnect and put the truck on the other side of the trailer facing the other direction, and then reconnect, and then you can actually squeeze your way out, just like I'm going to show you here. It's a tight squeeze, but if you can fit the trailer into that back slot, you can get her to spin around for you. And she works. And that's all that matters. Just make her fit. So, and then they added logging in the last expansion, which is really cool. So I had to do a logging run. Gave us a nice new truck. It's another twin steer, one of my favorites. So very cool. I'll be doing some logging in the Yukon before long. That'll be in the next video probably. So that brings us to the end. Have a good one and look after yourself, eh? See you later.